Over a year ago, Japan welcomed me as an expat seeking new adventures. Tokyo, with its bustling energy and ancient charm, became my chosen canvas. I found a modest apartment, its time-worn facade hiding the secrets that would soon unravel before me. In the beginning, life in Tokyo was a mesmerizing blend of cherry blossoms and neon lights. My apartment, nestled in the heart of the city, provided a haven from the excitement outside. Yet, as the seasons changed, so did the atmosphere within those walls. It started with a subtle sound, a distant chime that echoed through the apartment. At first, I dismissed it as the background noise of city life, but as the nights deepened, the melodic tones grew persistent, threading through the silence like a haunting lullaby. The once comforting space now carried an undercurrent of something otherworldly. Driven by curiosity, I followed the ghostly melody through the dimly lit hallways of my aging abode. The narrow corridors seemed to hold their breath, each creak and groan amplifying the eerie symphony that led me to the stairwell, a space bathed in muted light and draped in shadows. There, hanging from a frayed thread, I found an antique bell. As my fingers brushed against its cold metal, the door from the floor slammed shut, as I hear what I could only describe as footsteps running through the staircase. As I delved into the local tales and the history of the building, I discovered the tragic story of a boy who I'll call Botan that had lived here many decades ago. His spirit, it seemed, lingered in the sound of the bell, seeking solace in its familiar melody. Despite the initial chill that ran down my spine, Botan's presence became a quiet companion. The paranormal encounters, though unexplainable, were undeniably friendly. The bell's sound became a connection to a realm beyond, a reminder that not all encounters with the unknown are malevolent. However, as the days passed, the weight of Botan's story pressed on my shoulders. The friendly encounters, though comforting, began to overshadow the peacefulness I sought in my home. Grappling with a mixture of gratitude and trepidation, I made the decision to leave the apartment. In the end, I walked away from the echoes of Botan's laughter, carrying with me the paradox of a friendly haunting, a chapter in my expat journey that would forever remind me that sometimes, even in the paranormal, there lies a peculiar and bittersweet kind of companionship. Till this day, I still think about him, hoping he's having fun wandering the stairwell of that old apartment building.
My name is Emily, and I thought my trip to Japan would be filled with cherry blossoms, sushi, and ancient temples. Little did I know, a nightmare awaited me in the form of an abandoned temple tucked away in the heart of Kyoto. It all began on a chilly autumn evening. My friends, Alex, Sarah, and I decided to explore the narrow alleys and hidden corners of the ancient city. As we meandered through dimly lit streets, the glow of lanterns cast eerie shadows, heightening the mystique of our surroundings. It was during this aimless wandering that we stumbled upon an old curiosity shop tucked away in a forgotten alley. The shop, with its creaky door and dimly flickering lantern, beckoned us inside. A wizened old man, the shop's proprietor, greeted us with a knowing smile. The air inside was thick with the scent of ancient artifacts and incense. Dusty shelves were crammed with oddities, a collection of masks, scrolls, and mysterious trinkets. Curiosity piqued Alex, who had previously lived in Tokyo for a few years, struck up a conversation with the old man, who spoke in hushed tones about the hidden wonders Kyoto held, far away from the beaten tourist paths. Our eyes widened as he produced an ancient map, its edges yellowed with age, revealing a forgotten temple nestled deep within the mountains. He warned us of the temple's ominous history, a place where spirits and demons were said to linger. Despite the foreboding tales, the allure of the unknown beckoned us. Sarah's eyes sparkled with excitement, and with a shared glance, we decided to embark on this unplanned adventure, lured by the promise of uncovering hidden mysteries. And soon, we found ourselves hiking along a narrow, winding trail, the moon casting eerie shadows across the dense foliage. The air grew colder as we ascended, and a sense of unease settled over our group. The map led us to an overgrown clearing, where the skeletal remains of the abandoned temple emerged from the shadows. The once grand structure now stood as a haunting relic, its silence broken only by the rustling leaves and the distant cries of nocturnal creatures. We cautiously stepped inside, our flashlight beams revealing a world frozen in time. Dust-covered artifacts adorned the altar, their demonic visages sending shivers down our spines. A looming statue in the center of the chamber seemed to gaze into our very souls. As we explored deeper, strange noises echoed through the temple. A sinister whisper, indistinguishable from the wind, slithered through the air. Panic set in, and our group exchanged nervous glances. Yet, the allure of the unknown kept us moving forward. The temple's corridors twisted and turned, leading us to rooms adorned with cursed masks and ancient scrolls. Each step felt heavier, as if an unseen force sought to drag us into the abyss. Alex, the skeptic of the group, laughed nervously, attempting to mask his growing unease. Sarah, on the other hand, became entranced by an ornate mirror. The atmosphere thickened with fear, and I could sense an otherworldly presence enveloping us. Suddenly, our flashlights turned off, plunging us into absolute darkness. Panic consumed us, and in the pitch black abyss, we heard the unholy symphony of demonic laughter. Shadows danced on the walls as unseen entities brushed against our trembling bodies. Desperation led us deeper into the temple's depths, where a hidden chamber revealed the source of the malevolent energy. A cursed artifact, which looked like the mask of a geisha's face with an unsettling smile, glowing with an ethereal light, beckoned us closer. The air pulsed with an ominous energy, and we hesitated, torn between the curiosity that brought us here and the terror that gripped our hearts. As we reached out to touch the artifact, the room filled with an eerie noise which sounded like a blend between the wind and someone crying. Then the temperature plummeted and what appeared to be a shadow started to rise from behind the artifact. In a desperate bid to escape, we retraced our steps. The once whispering winds turned into a loud cry, and we ran through the twisting corridors as shadows seemed to move mysteriously around us. Finally, we stumbled out of the temple into the cold night, gasping for breath. Looking back, a shadowy figure stood at the doorway, only now it was wearing the artifact from the chamber. The forest fell silent once more. As we stood there, shaken and breathless, we knew that the horrors of that abandoned temple would forever haunt our nightmares. The hidden corners of the world held secrets best left undiscovered, and the echoes of demonic laughter would forever linger in the shadows of our memories.
The rain came down in sheets, a relentless downpour that blurred the neon signs outside my tiny apartment window. I was an expat English teacher who had just arrived to Japan. It was my first semester teaching at a junior high school. My life had become a series of cramped spaces. My minuscule apartment, the narrow streets of Tokyo, and now the dimly lit corridors of the school where I worked. The academy was a modern building, its sleek design blending seamlessly with the surrounding cityscape. The students and other staff had long gone home, but I remained hunched over my desk in the staff room. The stack of papers, essays, quizzes, and lesson plans loomed like a mountain. The end of the semester was near, and I was drowning in paperwork. My apartment was no refuge. It was a glorified shoebox, a single room with a futon, a hot plate, and a bathroom so small that I had to step into the shower to use the toilet. The rain had seeped through the cracks in the ceiling, forming dark patches on the walls. So I decided to continue my work at the academy. I sighed, rubbing my temples. The school bell had tolled hours ago, signaling the end of the day, but my work stretched into the night. As I graded yet another essay, I heard it, the chime of the school bell. Its haunting echoes reverberated through the desolate corridors, sending shivers down my spine. I dismissed it at first, attributing the phenomenon to the aged building settling into the night. But then, a new sound emerged, the rhythmic bouncing of a ball, as if someone were playing basketball in the gym. Compelled by my curiosity, I ventured into the dimly lit corridors. The rain drummed on the roof, a rhythm that matched the pounding in my chest. Even with the intense rain, I can still hear the steady bouncing of the ball. The gymnasium door stood ajar, creaking in protest as I pushed it open. The bouncing ceased abruptly, leaving me in a chamber of shadows. The gym, now bathed in the ghostly glow from the streetlights outside, seemed to hold secrets that begged to be uncovered. Returning to my desk, the rain continued its relentless assault on the windows. While I was questioning my sanity as to what I have just experienced, a basketball rolled with an unnatural precision, stopping at my feet, leaving me frozen in disbelief. It was as if someone wanted to invite me to a late-night game of basketball. Understandably, I gathered my belongings and left the school, stepping into the rain-soaked streets. As I walked past the school gates, the school bell rang one more time as if it was trying to call me back. As I returned home, I have never felt more comfortable in my shoebox of a home where it offered me a sanctuary from the elements and the unnatural experience. Thinking back, I wonder if it was someone playing a prank on me, or if someone or something was inviting me for a game of ball.